Problem number 12 looks more complicated than it is. So if we look at it, an engineer completes structural specifications for a 250-foot long steel beam anchored between two pilings, 50 feet above the ground as shown. So this is the beam here, all right? And what's going to happen is it says she knows that when a 250-pound object is placed D from the west piling, so here's your D, and this is the object, the 250-pound object. The beam bends S according to the following equation. So this bend, that deflection, that's S. And S is given by this equation. So you're actually given the equation. That's what you're plugging in. So we're going to plug in the equation y equals 8.5 times 10 to the minus 7 times x squared times 255 minus x, right? And x is the D distance from this west piling, this left piling, and this is the right one. And this blue is a piece of steel that's in between. It's going to bend. Now it's 255 feet long. So if D is what we're going to have our x variable be, then our minimum x is 0 and our maximum x is 255. And in terms of the y, the deflection, right, so our y is the S, well, this is a steel beam. So our deflection is probably not going to be more than a couple of feet. So we'll put -2 for the min, and we'll put maybe 10 for the max for the deflection. How much will this steel bend? This is like a bridge question. So I've typed this into my calculator, and I've put in these. X min is 0, X max is 255, Y min is -2, Y max is 10, and the picture looks like the following image. So here's our y-axis, oops, and that's the S, that's the deflection as a function of D, and here's our d-axis, which is the x-axis. And there's the maximum deflection, so if I do a calc max at that point, right, we get a point that says x is equal to 170 and y is equal to 2.09. And so to answer the question that was asked, it says, what is the greatest amount of deflection and how far west from the piling would the object need to be to make this deflection? Well, the max deflection is 2.09 feet, and it occurs when the 250-pound object from the problem is placed 170 feet from the west or the left piling. And that's the answer to that one.